We can't change the things that happen around us, but we can change how we respond to them. Stoics have a strong faith in the Stoicism says that we only have control over our own thoughts, decisions, and actions. We can't change the things that happen outside of us. Because of this, Stoics say that we should focus our energy on changing what we can control while accepting the things we can't change with calm and assurance. Going further with these ideas, Stoicism gives us useful advice for dealing with relationships, especially with people of the opposite sex. It tells us to treat everyone with kindness, fairness, and respect, no matter their gender or background. At the same time, it warns us of the problems and temptations that can come from our wants, so we should be careful and thoughtful when dealing with women. In this video, we'll talk about an important part of Stoicism that's especially important for men. What should a man never tell a woman? This idea may raise eyebrows or seem old-fashioned, but it's not based on sexism. Instead, it comes from not understanding human nature and traditional gender roles. It also shows how important self-discipline is, telling us to be careful and humble in certain situations. So what are these things that a man should never tell a woman? Let's look at that together and find out what his flaws are in Stoic thought. A tough guy Stoicism teaches that the best way to judge someone's character is by how they handle hardships. They believe in long-lasting principles that help them through life's problems. The idea that you can face problems with unwavering determination by using virtues like patience, resilience, and acceptance is at the heart of this philosophy. Courage and sticking with it. Stoicism isn't about hiding your feelings or acting like pain doesn't exist. It's about facing problems with a calm and rational mind. The Stoic man doesn't look for pity or sympathy, not even from loved ones like a partner or spouse. Instead, he draws on his own inner strength and resilience, knowing that real courage comes from within. Stoicism values self-sufficiency and building an inner strength that doesn't depend on external validation or seeking sympathy. While society often sees being vulnerable and asking for help as signs of strength, Stoicism takes a different stance. The Stoic man knows that it takes strength to quietly go through pain, not to brag about his stoicism, but to build a calm and steady spirit. These moments of silence aren't meant to hide feelings. Instead, they're a choice to face problems with unwavering inner strength. Stoic men refuse to let their flaws hurt their confidence or self-esteem. Instead, they see them as chances to grow and improve themselves. For Stoics, life is an ongoing journey of self-discovery and mastery. Being able to see problems as opportunities to improve your morale is what makes the Stoic man happy and gives him a sense of purpose in life. He does this by facing life's uncertainties with unwavering inner strength. In a world full of chaos and uncertainty, the Stoic man is a shining example of the lasting strength that can come from a disciplined mind and an unyielding spirit. Stoicism is a way of thinking about dreams and desires that comes from a belief in practicality, reality, and self-reliance. When it comes to his dreams, a Stoic man is both reasonable and determined, and he stays away from arrogance and unrealistic goals. This outlook affects how he talks about his hopes and dreams, especially when he's with a woman who sees things with a serious face. Aspirations and dreams aren't just empty thoughts or impossible goals. They're real things that show what you value and what you can do. Stoic men are careful not to talk about their dreams because they want to keep them a secret, but because they don't want to fall into the trap of wanting approval or giving in to vanity. This cautious approach doesn't mean the Stoic doesn't want to achieve anything. Instead, it shows that he is committed to focused on what he can control and change. Go after your dreams because you want to feel appreciated and accepted, not from a love partner. The Stoic man listens to his inner voice and tries to find happiness and satisfaction by growing as a person and reaching goals that are true to who he is. He knows that relying on praise from others can lead to disappointment and stop him from making real progress in his own life. Is deeply connected with the Stoic idea of setting realistic goals and putting tasks in order of importance. Stoics focus their energy on goals that they can reach and pour their passion and purpose into projects that make their own lives and the lives of others better. They know how important it is to spend their time and energy carefully, and avoid pursuits that don't lead anywhere. The Stoic man's link to his dreams is marked by a deep sense of self-sufficiency and independence. His dreams are not in his control and have nothing to do with his happiness as he seeks meaningful fulfillment. Instead of relying on other people to shape or confirm his goals, he uses his own judgment and instincts, drawing on his inner strength to go after his dreams. He is self-reliant, but that doesn't mean he doesn't want help from others. Instead, it shows that he is sure he can lead his own life. Emperor Marcus Aurelius, known as the Stoic, once said that the happiness of your life rests on the quality of your thoughts. The Stoic man believes that real happiness and fulfillment come from the way one thinks and sees things. This deep statement sums up their beliefs. Goals aren't just wild imaginations. They show a thoughtful and planned way of thinking. A Stoic man approaches his goals with reality, self-reliance, and an eye on his own values and skills. He carefully considers his goals, looking for approval within himself and chasing objectives that truly speak to him. This thoughtful and self-reflective way of doing things shows the Stoic dedication to living a life guided by intention, self-sufficiency, and mindful reflection. Number 3. His feelings. In the world of Stoicism, a man's emotions and feelings are handled in a delicate dance of self-awareness and control. Instead of ignoring them, he accepts them with understanding and carefully handles them. It's about being aware of how feelings affect your actions and thinking and finding a healthy way to deal with them. Even though most people think that Stoicism means keeping your feelings in check, the calm man doesn't hide his emotions. Instead, he accepts them with awareness. Stoic thought says that emotions are not problems, but guides that help a person find his way inside by recognizing and understanding them. The Stoic man learns a lot about himself, which helps him deal with life's problems with grace and understanding. It's important for the silent man to be aware of how his emotions can affect his choices and actions. Stoicism says that a wise person doesn't let their feelings take over their reasoning. Instead, they combine emotional knowledge with logical thinking. By finding this balance, you can think. The reserved man makes sure that his responses to outside things don't happen because of short-lived emotions, but because of careful and deliberate thought. A Stoic man is aware of his emotions, but he carefully considers when and how to share them with others. This isn't about hiding his feelings, but rather about expressing them in a way that respects the needs of those around him. He knows that showing emotions, even to his loved ones, may not always make their relationship stronger, so he communicates his feelings thoughtfully, keeping the harmony and balance in his interactions. Stoic men choose to hide some of their emotions because they want to present a calm and logical image. By carefully choosing how and when to share his feelings, he aims to show that he is level-headed and tranquil instead of coming across as irrational or overly emotional to others. In Stoic philosophy, emotions aren't ignored. Instead, they're trained to be tools for self-awareness and wisdom. The way a Stoic man deals with his feelings shows how reason and emotion can work together in harmony, leading to a life that is well-balanced, resilient, and full of meaningful interactions with the world. Stoic philosophy has a lot to teach us about how to deal with mistakes, especially when it comes to learning how men and women interact with each other. Stoics don't just see mistakes as mistakes, they see them as necessary steps on the path to wisdom and self-growth. As a result, Stoic men deal with their mistakes by being humble, working hard, and reflecting on their actions. One important part of the Stoic view on mistakes is that people choose when and how to admit them, especially to women, so they don't seem stupid or ignorant. There's no need to hide flaws out of shame or fear behind this method. Instead, it comes from the understanding that mistakes are great ways to learn. The calm man knows that admitting his mistakes might not always make things better. In a relationship or talk, from a Stoic point of view, humility and hard work are seen as virtues that affect how someone handles mistakes while acknowledging that people make mistakes all the time. When making decisions and doing tasks, a Stoic man thinks about them carefully and tries to avoid making mistakes as much as possible. But when mistakes do happen, the Stoic doesn't avoid them. Instead, he sees them as chances to learn and grow, seeing himself as an important part of the journey to wisdom and self-improvement. Stoic thought is based on the idea that you should learn from your mistakes. The Stoic man doesn't focus on mistakes by blaming himself or feeling too much guilt. Instead, he looks at them with a clear head, looking for the reasons behind them and learning from them. A silent person thinks about and analyzes their own thoughts. This method is necessary for turning mistakes into useful life lessons that make you smarter and better able to handle similar situations in the future. One of the main ideas behind Stoicism is that people should own up to their mistakes. He doesn't play the blame game or feel sorry for himself. Instead, he takes full responsibility for his actions and the results of those actions, focusing on how to fix the problem and avoid making the same mistake again. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not the things that happen to us that bother us, but our opinions about them." This timeless insight shows how the Stoics believe that our thoughts and reactions to events, including our own mistakes, determine how they affect us. To sum up, the Stoic way of handling mistakes is characterized by, instead of hiding or ignoring mistakes, people should learn from them and take responsibility for their actions. The Stoic person sees mistakes as lessons and sticks to Stoic principles, so they see them as chances to grow. He goes through life with a greater understanding and a determination to keep getting better. Number 5. What he knows about Stoic thought. Ethics of privacy, honor, and respect for others and oneself are deeply connected to how people handle their personal secrets. From the point of view of a silent man, this affects how he tells his secrets, especially to women. People's secrets show what they're thinking and feeling. People keep them safe not because they're embarrassing or wrong, but because they protect their privacy and honor. He cares about his private life and knows that, not even with close friends and family, everything needs to be kept secret. Stoic thought puts a lot of weight on discretion, which shapes how a Stoic man interacts with other people. Honor and reliability are important parts of a Stoic personality. The Stoic man is committed to keeping his word and being honest. He doesn't lie or intentionally hurt other people because he knows that doing so would go against his morals and hurt their trust in him. Honor is important to him, and it shows in how he handles both his own secrets and those given to him by other people. The Stoic man treats secrets with respect and doesn't share or use them, whether they belong to him or someone else. Instead, he keeps them safe, knowing that this shows respect for the importance of personal limits and dignity. This protective stance isn't about hiding truths or avoiding responsibility. It's about keeping personal experiences and inner world sacred. The Stoic man trusts himself to handle his secrets wisely, relying on his own judgment and discretion to decide what should be shared and what should stay private. The great Stoic orator Cicero said that the most sacred thing in the world is the human soul. This deep insight reflects the Stoic belief in the sanctity of the inner self, which includes our thoughts, feelings, experiences, and secrets. For the Stoic man, respecting the secrets of others and keeping his own private is a way of honoring the sacredness that exists in every human soul. The Stoic man handles his secrets with a delicate balance of honor, respect, and discretion. He holds the sanctity and dignity of his inner realm close to his heart and knows that not every part of his life needs to be made public. By living by these principles, the Stoic man lives an honest life. Strong respect for privacy and the development of a good and honorable spirit. 6th, for yourself. In Stoic thought, dealing with pleasure means being careful and not going too far. This is an important idea to keep in mind when thinking about how a Stoic man should act around women. Stoicism teaches people how important virtue and self-control are. It also gives people a careful view of pleasure, saying that too much pleasure can lead to addiction and excess for a Stoic man. Pleasure isn't always bad, but it needs to be handled carefully. He knows that letting pleasure rule his life would go against the Stoic values of control and reason, so he treats pleasure with care and moderation. The Stoic man is guided by reason and enjoys life's pleasures, but he is always aware of how they can fade away and take away from greater fulfillment. He doesn't say that he should deny himself pleasure. Instead, he tries to find a balance. He avoids excess by being careful and restrained in his quest of pleasure. In this way, he stays in control of his desires making sure that pleasure doesn't take over his life and values when it comes to interactions with women. The Stoic man depends on himself and doesn't depend on anyone else, not even love, partners to make his dreams come true. Instead, he focuses on controlling his own wants and pleasures, which is in line with his Stoic beliefs. This self-discipline shows how committed he is to keeping his own integrity and independence. A famous Stoic philosopher said, "Freedom is not obtained by fully enjoying what is desired, but by controlling the desire." This deep observation supports the Stoic belief that true freedom and satisfaction come from controlling our urges instead of giving in to them. The Stoic man embodies this wisdom by seeking fulfillment not in reckless indulgence but in thoughtful and disciplined enjoyment of life's pleasures. By taking this balanced approach, he navigates life's joys without falling prey to the pitfalls of excess while staying true to the noble ideals of Stoicism. Number 7. His holes in the structure of Stoic thought. The way a Stoic man deals with pain speaks volumes about his strength, bravery, and unwavering commitment to inner peace. This unique point of view has a big impact on how he talks about and deals with pain, especially in his relationship with a woman. Stoic beliefs say that ignoring or burying pain is not what Stoicism is all about. Instead, Stoicism is about rising above it and meeting problems with a brave and positive attitude. It might seem like giving up when you show pain, especially in a romantic relationship, but a Stoic man doesn't let pain take over. Instead, he keeps a strong and positive attitude, knowing that life's trials are just a part of being human. Stoic philosophy offers an interesting way to deal with pain instead of trying to find instant relief. Feeling good. The Stoic man sees pain as a chance to grow. By accepting pain as a way to grow as a person, he turns life's obstacles into empowering milestones on his path. Seneca, a famous Stoic philosopher, said something very deep that beautifully summed up this idea. Tests for fire gold going through tests. Gentlemen, this comparison brings out the Stoic idea that problems like fire give people chances to show how brave and strong they really are. The Stoic man faces these tests with bravery and determination, knowing that they are necessary for his own growth and character development. At its core, the Stoic man's approach to pain is a harmonious blend of endurance, joy, and transformative growth through resilience. He keeps a positive outlook and sees pain as a way to grow as a person, embodying Stoic principles of inner strength and peace. With this mindset, the Stoic man goes beyond suffering, gracefully navigating life's challenges while staying committed to his own improvement. Stoicism sees love in a unique way, putting an emphasis on independence, self-reliance, and logic. A Stoic man who follows Stoic principles approaches love without clinging too tightly to others or depending too much on them. This point of view is important for understanding how Stoics deal with romantic relationships and emotional ties for a Stoic man. To love someone, you don't have to get lost in them or count on them too much. It's about loving with reason and freedom. He thinks love is an emotion that should be led by reason and wisdom. This way of thinking about love helps him stay independent and self-reliant, even when he's in a relationship. Also, the Stoic man doesn't demand or expect love in a way that makes the relationship difficult. Instead, he appreciates and cherishes the love that has been given to him, seeing it as a gift and not an entitlement. This way of thinking helps him be more grateful and aware in his relationships, which gives them more depth and appreciation. Most importantly, the Stoic man doesn't feel the need to constantly say how much he loves someone. He believes that real love shows itself through actions and behaviors that show care, empathy, and support. He doesn't just show his love through words. It shows in the little things he does every day and the way he treats his partner with care. Marcus Aurelius came up with the wise saying, "The best way to get revenge is not to become like the person who hurt you." This quote shows the Stoic commitment to staying strong morally and personally in the face of love problems. It shows how important it is for the Stoic man to stand by his values and not let his feelings lead him to do things that aren't honest, which is why the Stoic man's view on love is what it is. is characterized by a careful balance between deep emotion and logical reasoning. He loves deeply and honestly, but he is also aware of the need to protect his independence, honesty, and good sense. This balanced approach helps him make meaningful and rewarding connections while staying true to the basic ideas of Stoicism. As a result, he finds happiness and peace in his life's journey. We just went over 8 important things Stoicism says a man should hide from women that could hurt them. This doesn't say that men should lie to or deceive women or be cold or distant toward them. Instead, it stresses the importance of being honest, loyal, discreet, and modest, and it supports warmth and affection. Balin was banned with rationality and independence, which eventually shows how important it is for men to act like adults and take responsibility, setting themselves apart from boys. By hiding these things from a woman, a man isn't hiding his true self. Instead, he's showing her his courage. Smarts. This is how he shows his virtue, which is the core of life: honesty, strength, honor, joy, moderation, and love. It's the Stoic way to live and love. Difficult but rewarding, unpopular but noble. Stoicism isn't for everyone, but for those of us who follow it, it's our way of life. Thanks for watching today. Your support means a lot to us. Please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and leave comments below to keep the conversation going. Also, don't forget to watch the 2 videos I linked here. Until next time. Stick to your beliefs. Do not give up and stay strong.